Day 1. Long day's journey into night. To say that today's been a hell of a day would be the understatement of the century. This morning I was sleeping in my bed, tucked away, down in Vault 101. Tonight I'm sitting here at a bar in a surface town called Megaton, collecting my thoughts and trying to make some damn sense of what's just happened, and what I need to do to patch together some kind of life for myself. I imagine people up here have a lot more friends and family than I do, being from a vault. At least that's what I thought before I got up here, but from the look of Megaton, I might be wrong about that. I'll have to report back when I've met everyone and get a better feel for who they are and how they interact with one another. Good God. The Vault Tech indoctrination's really shining through, ain't it? Anyway. The people that meant a lot to me, the people I really love, are all gone from my life, at least for now. Dad, Amada, Jonas. I was closer to them than any other people on Earth. And now they're all just not a part of my life at all. At least for the moment. They went from being the center of my every waking day to nothing. Just like that. Snap of a finger. So what the hell happened? I don't even really know myself. I guess I'll start at the beginning. I found a couple of blank holotapes in my jumpsuit. I figured, what the hell? May as well use the Pip Boy to record my journey. Maybe I can make some sense of it that way. Or maybe somebody else can. Assuming I don't make it and they can find it, which is probably a pretty big if out here in the wasteland. I barely know what to think, let alone do, now that I've found myself cast out from the only home I've ever known. It was just this morning that Amada, my best friend and the overseer's daughter, shook me awake from a deep sleep. She was frantic, telling me that Dad had left the vault, and that her dad, the overseer, had basically gone batshit. He had Jonas killed because he wouldn't betray Dad. He thought they were working on something behind his back, or I don't know. And I don't even know if Jonas knew anything about what Dad was up to, if he was even up to anything. Because I didn't know. Anyway, Amada was certain the overseer's men were looking for me now and that they were going to kill me if they ever got their mitts on me. She begged me to get up and get going, pronto. Get my ass out of the vault, toot sweet. She offered me a gun, but I told her to keep it. I said she'd probably likely need it more than I would. I was going to try and sneak out. Which, of course, I did, because I'm sitting here under a tin roof and a neon sign that says Megaton Fast Food in commie speak. I had no idea what the heck was going on back in the vault, and I still don't. But I'm worried about Amada. But I trust her more than anyone else, so if she said get out, I got the hell out. Once I was outside, I figured I could find some leads on Dad and hopefully some shelter. On the way out of the vault, get this, Butch of all people, his quarters was overrun with rad roaches. They had his mom pinned in. Man, he was freaked out. True to his bully persona, though, Butch was useless when the shit got real. I took pity on him, though, and saved his mom from the rad roaches. Heck, gave me a little target practice with my new Pip Boy's VATS system. But he was so grateful, Butch that is, I can still hardly believe it. He gave me his tunnel snakes jacket. Holy crap. Well, I won't lie, that thing does make me feel like a little bit of a badass. And I swung my ball bat like a demon when I had it on. Turns out that really came in handy during the batshit scramble to get out of the vault. I stumbled upon Amada again on the way out. She was getting smacked around hard by her dad's #1 goon. She actually got loose and shot the fool with the pistol she tried to give me. Good thing she hung on to it. She was pretty shook up about it, but I believe she'll work through it. Amada's a strong woman, and she knows the vault's going to need her once I get away and things calm down. Well, I confronted her dad, too, the overseer. I told him I was leaving and that was that, and he was just going to have to deal with it. Not surprisingly, he belched some hot air, but didn't do anything beyond that. Amada gave me the password to his terminal, so I beelined to his office, and turns out there was a secret passage that led to the vault entrance, right there at his console. While I was there, I also snagged some important info from his terminal about a nearby town called Megaton. That's where I'm at now. The notes spoke about a couple of spies the overseer had posted in Megaton a few years back. I'll have to keep that in mind, because those two might still be here. It might be a good idea to keep an eye out. What bullshit about the whole no one leaves the vault, by the way. I'm so mad about that one. What a bastard. Once I got to the vault door, I met back up with Amada. I wished her well and told her to be safe no matter what, and that I believed that the vault really needed her. And I hoped that everything would be okay, but that I really did have to go. She urged me on to the exit, and as I got closer, a few more of her dad's goons showed up. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I think they knocked her out as I was making my way out. God, I feel terrible about that. But I just have to believe down in my soul that she'll be fine. That's what's going to keep me going, that, and hopefully I'll be able to find Dad and he can explain what all this mess is about. I left the vault. The giant steel door creaked shut behind me, and I was outside, as far as I know, for the first time ever. I walked out of the cave a little bit, and there was an old wooden door with some barbed wire, the last barrier between me and the outside world. I took stock of myself and opened the gate and stepped out to a new world and a new life. The sun was blinding. I'd never seen it before, you gotta remember. My eyes are still burning from that one. I have a little bit of a headache still, even though it's getting long about evening now. I walked down the hill a ways, damn near tripped over a grocery cart. I came across this floating robot thing that was spouting out propaganda from somebody about something called the Enclave, and I recognized some of the music it was playing as old American patriotic songs, but that's about all. My Pip Boy chimed in and said that this place was once called Springvale. It looked like there was probably some decent stuff to scavenge around this place, but I knew that I wanted to find Megaton, so I headed on over the hill, where I came across a bum and a robot. His name was Deputy Weld, and he was welcoming me to Megaton. He went ahead and opened the gate. I thought, wow, these people must be pretty friendly. So I went on in, and the first character I met, the man walked right up to me. Said his name was Lucas Sims. He was the sheriff around those parts. Well, he sure looked it. I talked to him for just a few minutes. He was pleased to know that I had some raisins and was respectful to him. I asked him if he'd seen anyone matching Dad's description. He was pretty cagey. I think he might know something. But I'm so tired now, I'm just going to have to wait and ask him again in the morning. In fact, I'm so exhausted from this first day. I think I'm just going to find a corner somewhere here and collapse. Or maybe just faceplant in this bowl of noodles. Maybe they won't mind. I'm going to spend tomorrow wandering around Megaton, see if I can learn more. And I'll write some more in the diary afterward. Until then.